G'day everybody, what's up? Welcome back to Pint Party. Alright. Oh my god, I forgot to do the social sharing. Holy crap, that's what I forgot to do. Which, by the way, oh my god, is totally cool because a couple streams ago, we were making, I was talking about, I think I made a joke about, I tried to do, a rap that an Exa would do, how does an Exa rap? And I did, a really simple, my name is Exa and I'm here to say something. And, anyway, it evolved into, getting this idea for making a logo, for, a fake, Exa rap album sort of a thing. And I made it. That's why I'm late today, because I got distracted doing that. And then I totally forgot to post it on Twitter. So I'm going to do that, literally right now, just to let people know, hey, we're live, get in on this. So let's do that right now. And you got to see this new picture. Oh my god, it's so great. This logo. It looks really good. I copied the Run DMC logo and made it say Run EXA, and it looks really good. I think that's how I've been pronouncing it, because Run DMC is Run DMC. You don't call it Run Dumpk. So saying Run Exa just doesn't make sense. Run EXA just makes more sense in my head. But of course, we've always called it, you call them Exas. So, yeah, I don't know. Run Exa, Run EXA. Either way, it's a pretty sick logo. I'm literally just about to post it. Here we go. So, okay. There we go. While we're doing references, let's throw in a Thunderbirds reference just for funsies, eh? Alrighty. There we go. Tweet. So I'll shoot that off. Because that is it is pretty cool. I really like it. It also took me a lot longer to make this image than you would think. I'll post the link into chat. That's what I'll do. Just so you can all see it, because it is pretty cool. Yep. Okay, so that's it. Posted. Internet's being a touch slow because obviously I'm streaming at the same time. So it's sort of hey, you want to do multiple things on your Australian internet? Are you cooked? You can't do that. Are you mad? So here we go. Alrighty. Give me that link. Where the heck's the bloody link? Oh, I see. Right, they don't do that on mobiles. Anyway, so I'll post the link right here. So here it is. So there's the image in there. It's pretty dope. I like it. It took a long time. You'd be surprised. I had to do a lot of modifying of the leading and tracking and stuff to make the font fit, which was always a tricky thing to do. And also, I sat there for about, I don't know, an hour, and I was thinking, it's wrong, it's not right. And I thought, no, of course it doesn't look right because I'm using different letters and stuff like that. So of course it's going to look a bit different. And I was still thinking, no, it looks wrong, something's wrong. Turns out, when I first made it, the whole thing was up and over to the left by 3 pixels. So I move it down to the right 3 pixels, and the whole thing's perfect. I'm oh my god, it works. It's just little things like that. But that's what I do with Photoshop. I always get distracted, especially when I'm working on a graphic that's really fun, like that one. And I made a mobile phone wallpaper as well. I'll post that one up on Instagram after the stream. Okay, let's get down to business. So today, and I totally forgot to post into Instagram. All right, hang on a minute. Let's do that real quick. Let's go over to here. Oh, and then of course I got distracted because Dave sent me a message, and Dave was like, hey, let's do this funny, Dave had this really funny idea for a meme, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do that. And so not really looking at my time, I was like, okay, I think I can make this, and I slapped it together because it wasn't a particularly difficult thing to do to make a meme, but it was a little bit more time consuming than I thought it was going to be. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Just it's going to be good. I think it's going to be fun. It'll be a fun thing to do once it comes out. I've just gotta. Put this here, and do this, and then I want to do this. Oh, and I had to do laundry today. Like, oh my god, I just tried to like cram so many different things into, I don't know, like, oh, that's cool. I like that one. Go over there. Go there. Oh god. Quit being a perfectionist, John. It's fine. There we go. And post. There we are. Cool. Alrighty. Now we can get down to business. So last time, so what we need to do is we need to like move through this grid, find the file, grab it, change a rating to 5 stars on a servo or a service station or a petrol station or convenience store. I don't know, whatever you want to call it in your part of the world. Here we call it a servo. So we want to change that to make it 1 star to 5 stars, and we want to make it the most popular servo on the entire Street Smarts website. So that's what we're going to do. Now, the first thing we needed to do was we needed to figure out our position east, which is, remember, is that way. So that's north, that's east, that's south, that's west. Or never eat soggy Weet-Bix is how I remember it. At least that's how I was taught to remember it. I think other places change it to never eat soggy Wheaties or something. But like that's how I remember north, south, east, west, and where you are. So like if you go, okay, you know where the sun is. Like, this is just a fun little orienteering tip. So if you know the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, if you know roughly what time of day it is, right? Provided it's not midday and the sun's not at the highest point in the sky. If you know it's the morning or the afternoon, you know which way one of the cardinal points is, and from there you can figure out the rest. But the way you do that is you go, okay, say you're in east, you know you're at 8. So never is going to be like, well, no, for you it'll be this way. Never is going to be like to the left of you. So I have to do this mirrored because my camera's mirrored. So you know, north is going to be to the left of you, and then from there you can pretty much like figure out everything else. But the way you just, the mnemonic is never eat soggy Weet-Bix. So we needed to figure out our east, and we did that right here by grabbing the file that has the position of the servo in it, and we grabbed its first coordinate, right, which is right here, which is our east coordinate, and then we checked. We brought it into the X register and we checked if it was 0, because if it was 0, we weren't going to need to do any maths on it. We could just jump straight into whether we needed to go north or south. Otherwise, we copied that into our T register so that we could do a countdown of moving over east. And also while we did all of this, we moved over to here, because if this position is 0, this is 0, so we don't need to move, so we can just skip over east. Otherwise, we need to move, and we just sort of loop through the east position until we reach as far east as we need to go. Now, from here, we need to do our up-down loop, which has Noop in it, which is nothing right now. Note, no west needed. Yep, because we don't need to, once we're here, we grab the thing, we do it, and then we terminate, and then we start, the next test starts back here again. We're not doing, what we did in which one was it? The library quest? Library quest? Puzzle? Mission? What do you call them? Solution? No, I don't want to call it, no. Whatever, the library. When we did the library and we had to grab books and copy them, we weren't constantly moving about. Well, we were constantly moving about there, but we're not doing that here. We go to the spot, we do the thing, we blow up the exa. That's the way it works. Okay, So now that we know what our east position is, we now need to work out whether we're going north or south. But the first thing we need to do that is we need our north-south position. Now, it says down here, I think, so north is positive and south is negative. Okay, so we've got a -1, so that means we'll need to move south. Now, I've been having to think about this because I think we could technically save an instruction by not checking for 0. I think if we do a greater than or less than, that's all it needs. Like if it's great, I think, no, sorry, not a less than. I think we just do a greater than. If it's greater than 0, go north. If it's otherwise, go south. I think is all we need to do. And then we just need to modify the loop a little bit to account for negative values. So like the south one, because it's -1, we would have to change our loop from like a subtraction to an addition, I think would work, because I think all the T register does is if it's any value other than 0, or is it any value greater than 0? And of course, I completely forgot to open up my reference manuals, so I actually can't just like quickly tab over and have a look. But we can do that right now. So let's see. If I go, no, tutorial, here we go, language reference. And give me full size on that. And T register, it can store a number or a key. Yeah, it's also a destination for test instructions. Criterion for conditional jumps. Yeah. Oh, okay, so it's not going to give me, unless maybe the information I want's in the test instruction. Let's go down to the next page and have a look. So that's, test DOF. No, that's not what I want. Right, okay. So, if they are equal, otherwise set to 0. All right, okay, so, that's not quite making it clearer. That's okay. What we're going to do then is we're just going to try it. Like, we're just going to go ahead and do the thing, and we'll see what happens. That's what we're going to do. We're just going to science this. We're just going to go full-blown Mythbusters, and we're just going to science it, and we'll see what happens. And besides, it's only for one of these. Like, the north one, we can just do this. Like, this will work just fine. But the south one is the one that gets a bit tricky. So anyway, so for our markup down, we still need to run our logic on that. And this is pretty straightforward. We don't have to make it loop around, so it can all just, like, kind of run in a straight line for the most part. So, where is our file header once we've got all of this? Once we're here, so our file header is already there. Okay, cool. So we don't have to do any seeking or tracking, or we don't have to do any seeking. We don't have to move our file header. We literally, all we have to do is copy F2X. Do we want to put it in the X register? Yeah, no, I do want to put it in the X register. No, do I? Yes, no, I do, because I want to see if we're going up or down first. That's right. Okay, so test if X is not equal to, because I mean, if we have to, we could do an equal to 0 and then just like skip over all of this, but I'm not going to, because I think it's probably quicker or less cycles. No, sorry, not less cycles, less size to do this, to set it to, no, is it less than? No, greater than 0. I think that's great. Yeah, because less than, you make an L, that's a less than, and then the other way is greater than. Yeah, okay. Okay, so if it's greater than 0, if true, jump to north. No, actually, you know what? We're going to do this. We're going to go false. If false, jump to south is what we'll do. Because otherwise it'll just fall through. We don't need to do that's just adding an instruction that's completely unnecessary. So, we do our jump to south. Yes. Okay. Right. Otherwise it'll go to north. So for north, we're pretty much just going to do what we did in here. But instead of jumping to east, it'll jump to north. Ew, hold the phone. Something we also need to do. Oh dear. Because we want to move it into the T register and then do stuff. Actually, we don't need to move it into the X register at all. We could just move it into the T register. And if it's more than 0, yeah, hang on a minute. No, we can do this way, way more efficiently. If I go copy, we still need a copy. We still need that value, but instead of copying it to the X register, we're going to copy it into T. We're not going to do any testing on it. We're just going to go F jump south is how we're going to do that. So, no, actually, if T. We'll do a T. We'll do a T jump, so it'll be north. Just so that if it's greater than 0, it'll go to here. And then it can just move through this by linking, is it 800? It is 800, yeah. And then it'll just do that just like it does for east. And then after this, it'll need to do another jump to somewhere, but we haven't put that in yet because we don't want it to fall into south. So, south is where things get a little tricky because I'm not entirely sure how to do it because well, let's hang on, let's try it. So basically it'll be this same instruction set, or at least it's the same idea, but instead of subtraction, we're going to do an addition. Because remember, it's a negative value. And we want to get to 0. But we're still linking 802, so it'll go down, add from -1 to a 0. And then if true, we don't want to jump north, we want to jump south. And it'll just keep looping through that. Yes, that... Well, it might work. I genuinely have no idea. We're going to try it. We're going to do some science today, people. Here we go. So we're going to go through this. So this is all working just fine. Copies F to T. If true, jump to north. Oh, it did come true. Oh dear. Okay. Nope, that's not right, because that's a negative value, and negative values are south. So maybe instead of making it a true, let's make it a false, just to be sure that it isn't falling through, because it might just be falling through, or it's registering as true, and I don't know which is which. We're going to do this, and then we're going to do this, and then we're going to copy F to T, and if true, we're going to jump south. No, so it's falling through. Okay, so it's not reading this as true. But it's not even reading it as false. It's not reading it as anything. Okay. So I think we do have to add an extra instruction. That's kind of annoying. Because it also means we have to do some more stuff if we want to make a fancy move it into the T register thing, because we still have to do a test. Actually, wait a minute. I just want to see what happens. Test if T is greater than 0, and if it's false, jump south. Let's see if that... I just want to see what that does to the T register. So we got a thing. Okay, so it goes to 0. Right. But it did work. Okay. So that is working. Ish. Let's do this. Let's copy F to X. Let's do this test just to absolutely make sure that it's not changing anything. Nope, it is absolutely working. Okay. Because we need to keep the value we need to keep the value after the test, so we can't just because it just resets it, and we can't do that. We can't have that. Because we don't know, if it's -1 or 2 or 3 or whatever. Hang on, where is it in the next test? It's a 1 in the next test. 3, 2. I want a negative value. Okay, so that's 2. Okay, right. Okay. Yeah, righto. So we know at one of the tests it'll be a greater negative value, so that'll be something we can use to test later on. But our north thing, pretty confident it works. In fact, we can even test it right now if we just go to here. We're going to move through to here. It's greater than 0, so it moves through to here. And then it moves through, it does this, and then... Ooh! No, it doesn't work, because it's all in the X register. that's a problem. So maybe we have... Actually, hang on a minute. Can I just do this? Will this work? Probably not. But so, oh, whoops. No, I want to go to here. So we're going to substitute. Yeah, no, that's not working. Wait. Right, but it's not substituting anything from T, so then it, yeah, so it'll just do that infinitely. Okay, so our little like 3-line counter kind of isn't going to work here. Unless I add in like a pre-north and a pre-south. Which I could totally do. Mark pre-north and like a mark pre-south. And then, so you don't jump to there, you're going to jump to pre-south. And then you're going to copy X into T. And that's literally all that's going to do. Like, it's just one instruction. And then this, we need to return this back to where it was. And then that should work. Unless we need to reset our T register. No, we don't, because we're already, yeah, we're setting it here. And then it does its thing. Ooh, but we haven't told it to jump anywhere for its grabbing file, and it was just going to move through this, and we don't want it to do that. So, let's just have it jump to. Let's just create a placeholder for now called name, file name. So jump to file name. Okay, so that works on a positive, but I want to see it work on a negative. So we're going to go to here. Is it? No, it is not. False. Jump to pre-south. So it copies X over to T. Links 802, so it goes down. Then adds 1, and then it jumps back. Oh, and then it ran out of instructions. What? Okay. Oh, okay. It did too. Okay, right. Well then, let's make sure that doesn't happen. Let's jump back to here. So it does all of this. Move south. And then it fell through. Because that's where we need to be. Okay, hang on a minute. Let me just bring this into another test. I just want to see it. I want to see it actually loop through, just to be sure that it actually works instead of it just running through. Which means it's going to go to here. So it does that, goes back, does that, and goes back. Sweet. Okay. Cool. We have figured out how to navigate this grid. This works. It is kind of janky, but only by a little bit. So it ain't too bad. Right. So next thing, once we've done all of this, we need to do stuff with our file. But remembering we've still got a file in our hand. Which, by the way, can I just go through to here? So the file header is sitting there. Okay. So we need to seek -9999, and that just like resets it back to the beginning of the file. Then we're going to copy that into our X register. Then we're going to drop that file, and then we're going to grab 200. And then we need to drop into a loop, because we need to, we're going to need 2 loops for this. We need a loop for like a keyword search, and that's pretty straightforward. So we'll call this mark search. So we need a search loop, and then we need a replace loop because we need it to like go through and do all the stars. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm just going to set it to 5 stars just in case in every test. Does it always have 1 star? Because if it always has 1 star, we could save ourselves a couple cycles and just do it 4 times. Yeah. So, well, would it save a cycle? Yeah, no, it would. I think it would save a cycle. Yeah. Yes, it would. Maybe. I don't know. But basically, we're only going to put in 4 stars because that's like theoretically less work, and we're programmers, so we're lazy. If we don't have to change something, let's not change something. Okay, so the search loop is pretty straightforward. We're going to test if f is equal to x, and if it's false, it's just going to jump back into search. And it can literally like just do that all the live long day. So once it reads true, basically once it finds it'll go through and it'll go no, yes, because then it should automatically move along to here. Maybe. Let's see what it does. So let's see if all the rest of our code works. Yes, it does. So now we're going to do this pretty constantly. And then we've hit it. And then we test. It came back true. So that puts us there. Okay, that's good. That's cool. All right. So that means we can go into our next... Oh, yes. I was just going to do a seek 1 and then tell it to copy like an asterisk, but that counts as a character, not a number. It wasn't going to let us do that. But that's why everything's rated 1 star, because what it wants us to do is copy F to X. So now, instead of having the name in our X register, we're going to have the asterisk, which counts for the star. Then we need to do a replace loop, and this is pretty straightforward. Wait a minute. If we copy F to X, we can do a T register. So we're going to copy 4 to the T register, and then we're going to do what we did for our like north-south gimmicks. So we will do this. I'm going to go kind of do that, but instead of a link, we're going to copy X to F, and then substitute 1 from our T, and if true, jump to replace. Is that how that worked? Yeah. Cool. And so then that'll just run through that. And then we basically need to do some cleanup because we're still holding file 200, but file 300 is like right next to us. And if we blew ourselves up, we'd still have file 300 left behind, and that's bad. We can't leave any evidence behind. So we need to make an end, but we don't need it to be a separate mark thing, and that counts to our size limit. So let's make a note. I don't know if note counts towards our size, but this will be like our end right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to drop file 200. We're going to grab file 300, and then we're just going to wipe it. And that should halt right after that. It'll run out of instructions and go, and should be test done. So let's go through this. So we grab our file, we move over, we copy our value, we figure out where we're going. We're going east, so we jump. All right, yeah, we checked out if we were going anywhere, and we are. So then we're going to move that X into our T register, and then we move over 1, we subtract it, we check if it's true. It isn't. So now we go, are we going up, down? So we grab our north-south value. We realize it's south. So we go to pre-south, where we copy what's in our X register, because we did a test on it, into our T register so that we can do a counter to it. And then we move over, we do our business, we check, we say, nope, we're all good. So we go back to file name. We go all the way back to the start, we grab the name of the server, because that's what we need first. We then drop our file and grab file 200. Then we start our search, and this is going to run really quick to here. It's going to read that as true. Then it's going to move over. Then it's going to start like doing stuff. So we're going to copy. Right, so now we're going to copy that star into our X register because we now need to copy and paste that a bunch of times. We need to copy it 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. So now we just copy it in. 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh. Are we going to do this too many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we're not. Okay, cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we did it 5 times. Okay, and now to do the cleanup. So we drop that file, we grab file 300, we delete it, and we blow ourselves up. Hey! Oh my god, that was so fast. Oh, and I just realized I didn't plug my my computer in. So I'm going to let that run real quick. I'll be back in a minute, because I got to plug my laptop in. Well, it was already plugged in. I just got to turn the outlet on. There we go. That's better. Okay. Oh, crap. What went wrong? Oh my god, in test 5 something went wrong. Oh, and it blew itself up. What? Oh boy. Okay. Let's go to test 5. Let's see what happened. So what did it do? So it... Was it able to move up? What's in test 5? So 3, 0. Okay. So... Okay. So it moved east over. No problem. Test if x was greater than 0. Ooh. Yeah, right. Okay, so greater than 0... Wait, no. Wait a minute. Greater than 0. So I thought greater than included... No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I think it's a less than that includes it. So that'll jump... Wait, that jumps to pre-south. Copies it to T. Yeah, and then it will actually move over, which puts us not where we want to be. Okay. So... We need to test if x is equal to 0, and if it's true, we need to jump into search. Well, no, we need to jump into file name. Yeah, that'll jump us all the way over all of this. Otherwise, we then check if it's north or south. That should work. So hang on, let's go to here. So we check if it's 0, that's true, so it jumps over file name, and then it just starts doing all of its regular gimmicks. Yep, does that, and blows itself up. Okay. This is why I always run it on regular for at least the first, like 5 odd tests. Okay, so I think that solved that problem. We just needed to account for 0. I didn't think we would need to, but we did, so whatever. But yeah, that works nice. Look at it go. Oh, I love it. That works so nicely. And then we'll just... get to 100. Okay, so we were actually able to put a score up. That's nice. So we're a little bit ahead. We're a little bit bigger than most. More cycles than most. But our activity is dead on, which is what I expected. Like, the only way you would have that much more activity is if you, like, had a self-replication program that would replicate and expand, but that would also put you like here and here in cycles and size. It would just be like ridiculous. Oh, here we go. All right, Ember, what do you got? Oh, apparently that last stop location is getting mobbed. Processing. People are choosing to believe the guide even when it's obviously wrong. Why would they think last stop has actual good food? And why did the guide change their behavior, but not the highway sign? I mean, people thought that Uber Butler's foot was a prime piece of pork when he sprinkled a little bit of pepper on it and put it on a plate with an egg on it and took a picture. So... No, they weren't doing it ironically. I'm pretty sure they were like, yo, this is like the hot spot. Maybe they thought the sign was ironic. Maybe they thought it wasn't actually a servo, but it's like a servo-themed restaurant, which is technically a truck stop or roadhouse. So, I don't know. I don't know. I don't actually know. I'm more confused than ever. Welcome to humanity, my dude. Alrighty. So, and we got some more chats down here. Does anyone know why there is so many people at Last Stop? Which one? Where are you? I just tried to get a peanut blat, but it was so crowded. Lots of people talking about how good everything is. They may all be stoned, like you. I like Corn Rush. This is so weird. Yep, it's the shed at Dulwich. Okay, Valhalla. Oh no, not another hacker. Oh, I don't want to do this. Compete with an opponent to control multiple hosts for as long as possible. Ugh, okay. Time for the next opponent. Okay, this kind of feels like, like an illegal underground dogfight or something, where you're just like, make the humans fight. Woo! Puppet Master. Are you ready? I mean, ready as I'll ever be. I'm sure you can do it. There's yet another positive affirmation for you. My work here is done. Yeah, thanks, mate. Okay. To win this battle, you must control a majority of the hosts for as long as possible. To take control of a host, write any value to its control register. Reading from a control register will tell you one of you or your opponent -1. If you, one, or your opponent -1 controls the host. Gain 1 point every cycle you control more hosts than your opponent. Lose 1 point every time one of your exes executes a kill instruction. Oh, and that's it. For more information. Oh, okay. What's our storage limit? 10. And there's 3, 6, and there's 9. Okay. Can we see what it's going to do? So it's just going to move around, but it's not going to replicate. It's just going to do that. Oh, and it's just going to do that for 100 cycles. It's just going to constantly run through. Well... Oh, I see, and it's all... Okay, so it's not on a grid, it's all on a... Yeah, right. Wait. So would that be... That would still be an 800 then, I guess. Because if that's 800 that way, then what's that way? I think that'd be 800 as well. Well, let's try it. Hang on. So link 800. Link 800. So that goes boom, boom. And then link 800. That is the unknown. Yep, nope, that's how that works. Okay, yeah. Alright, sweet. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go into here. And then we are going to spawn an army. Actually, do we want to start in here? Or do... Oh, I see, they're the 9 realms. Oh, that's why it's called Valhalla. Okay. Well, we're going to head over to Asgard, is what we're going to do. So we're going to link, how do we go back? It's -1. So that'll go doop doop, and that'll put us into here. Then we're going to execute our replicate instructions infinitely. We're just going to send out an army to just march through. I thought about like having them all stop at individual spots, but we could just have them march through. Yeah, actually. So, okay. So we need to create oh god, see, replication stuff kind of pushes my brain, makes my thinky parts hurt. Okay, so what I want to do is just have this Exa be kind of like the queen bee, and it's just going to pump out an Exa, and that Exa is just going to loop through of like writing 1 to control, link 800, write 1 to control, link 800, and just go all the way through until it reaches the end, where it'll then just go, which I suppose we could do that with our T-register countdown, can't we? So, in order to do that, what we need to do is we need to copy, 9? Yeah, it'd be 9. Copy 9, or would it be 8? Don't suppose it matters. Wait, actually, we don't even need to do a countdown. Once it says, oh, we can't link any further over, it just blows itself up anyway. So no, I'm not going to do that because that's an extra instruction we don't need. So I'm going to create just a place to mark it. So this will be our We'll call it the army. This will be our army. Or you know what? Screw it. Just because we're doing some tricky bits, we're doing some sneaky stuff. This will be our Loki loop. That's what it'll be. Because we're doing Loki stuff. We're doing magic. So then we go. Is it? I think it's REPL. Yeah, it's REPL, and that'll jump to Loki. So we're gonna create that'll create our Lokis. Now we need that to happen in a loop. For do we need to? Can we leave? It's not leave no trace. No. So this just needs to happen basically infinitely. So we're gonna call this our Loki loop. So we're gonna replicate a Loki, and then we're just gonna jump into the Loki loop, and then that'll just like pump out machines. That's gonna pump out a lot of machines actually. No, that's bad. That's really bad because that's gonna happen really, really fast. So actually, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add from X1, write that back to X, because what we'll do is we'll contain how much we do based on, oh wait a minute, but then once we hit 9 it'll just blow itself up and we don't want to do that. That's a problem. I don't want it to create them I don't want the thing to spawn just like crazy amounts. Because I don't know if hitting our storage limit is going to make us lose. I don't know if hitting our storage limit's going to... If we hit our storage limit, maybe this will just not work. But then it'll all work once and it'll blow itself up. This is our hypothesis. We got to test our hypothesis. Let's do the science. Let's make the Loki loop, and then we'll see what it does. Well, let's make Loki, and then we'll see what it does. Okay. I wish you could rename Exes, because I would totally rename it like Odin. It's like, this is our Odin, and then we're going to spawn, the son of Odin, Loki. Adopted, but... Or maybe we call this the invasion of the 9 realms, and we go, no, it's not Odin, it's whatever Loki's biological dad's name is, the big blue guy, like the secret 4th member of Blue Man Group. Okay, so what's Loki going to do? First thing Loki's going to do is going to copy 1 into control, which is CT. Control. Then it's going to link 800. And then it's just going to jump into its loop again. You can just do that infinitely. And that guarantees that we control them all. So it'll just do this. And yeah, it's just going to spawn like a buttload. Oh no. Well, it's spawning a lot of them. But it's not hitting... Oh no, we are hitting our storage limit. But... if we are, it just won't let us make them. So then that kind of works, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay. That kind of works. I didn't realize that was going to work. Yeah. So okay. So if we hit our limit, it'll just refuse to spawn, but it'll let us continue through our loop. So we're at 10. So let's see what happens if I try and replicate. Nothing. It just does nothing. Okay, cool. So the map we're on is just going to control... Yeah, okay. Wow, I didn't realize it was going to be that small. Oh my god. That's it. Wait, hold on. Wait, what's test 2? Does anything... Ooh. Ooh, that's a problem. Yeah, because that works for test 1, but test 2 goes the other way. We switch sides. It's like a soccer field. Or a footy pitch, or like any sporting arena ever, John. For goodness sake, you're a Melburnian. You should know these things. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I just snorted some energy drink up my nose in frustration. Because I should know this. Are they absolutely symmetrical? Get out of town, they are. Oh my god, wait a minute. They absolutely are. Oh my god. The only difference is the order of simultaneous actions. Wait. Is it? No, that's working. I mean, that's working as I intend it. Oh, wait a minute. He's moving through and doing stuff too. How many points am I at? But I'm getting, like, all the points. So, oh, I see, because they've only got one Exa, and their Exa's moving back and forth. Right, they're not doing a replication. Yeah. Oh, okay. Right. Yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah. Well, neither of us. I doubt. I'm not going to do a kill command because we lose points for kill. We don't really need to. Whoever wins depends on the starting position. Do you mean as in the starting position of like? So okay, hang on. Let's go there to the beginning. So do you mean the starting position in terms of like? Okay, so if I start here, I can win, but if I start here, I can lose. Or and the same goes for the opponent. Is that what you mean, Citrus? By the way, Citrus, totally forgot. My bad. Welcome back. How's your morning? Oh, I see. Yeah, if we both do the same actions. Yeah. Right. Well, both do the same and go to the middle square simultaneously. I see. Well, we might have to move through. Let's see who goes into the middle square. Right. Oh, yeah. That'll be, yeah. So that'll be, yeah, you're right. Yeah, if we both go into the square simultaneously and run the kill command, that's true. Maybe only one would be executed, but I'm not going to find out because I'm not going to write in any kill commands because there's really no need to, because I can just swarm the entire map and just simply brute force it by outnumbering the other Exa, because the other Exa has to go one at a time and change the register, but I can change by the time they've jumped into the next register, I've already changed it. Yeah. No, I'm not sure. I think you're right. I think it would both be like who would fire first. Oh, I see. Who would get in? Yeah, who would enter if there's only one square? Yeah, that's true. It probably would come down to like which code executes first. But I mean, imagine. Yeah. No, that makes sense. It would depend on starting positions and stuff like that. You're absolutely right. But I don't think that matters. I think this actually works. So, test 1 complete. Test 2 complete. 3. Nothing's breaking. We're winning every single match. I'm actually stumped. Like, I'm stunned that works. How many cycles is that, too? Oh, no, because it's always out of 100 cycles. That's right. 9. Jeez, oh, look at this. This is ridiculous. Unbelievable. Rating S+. Oh, my God. To be fair, we did cheese it, and we did fight against an NPC. I'm guessing if that was against a human being, they would probably have the exact same idea. It'd be like, well, yeah, you just create the replication. And then it'd be a bit tricky. But that doesn't matter because I don't do the multiplayer stuff. Boy, am I glad that was quick, because I did not want to be there doing that. They're kind of my least favorite puzzles. Do you like it? Winning? Not especially. I'm pretty chill. Why not? That's how human beings are designed, aren't they? Not this one. To like winning so that you will always try to win. It's a very simple design. Anytime I start to discredit myself for being too simple, I think about human brains and feel a little better. Yeah, righto, mate. Alright, I'll give you that one. Well, not really. No, you are... No. Ooh, who got schooled? Okay, I think that's the real Moss. Remember, Moss is us. Ha! It's probably just someone calling themselves Moss. Don't you believe Gast? We don't know if it's the same one as this Moss. Why don't we keep the tournament going then? Seems like the best way to find out. Oh god. Oh no, now we got another cutscene. Another meeting with Isadora. Speak with your neighbor again. Ooh, wait, who was Isadora? Was she the delivery lady? I think she's the delivery lady who works down at the servo that we just sent everybody to. So first she gets bad peanut blasts, then she gets mobbed. Oh my god. We've just completely wrecked this poor lady's life. I feel awful having just realized that. Oh my god. Did you know you can challenge your Steam friends on these apps? Yes, I do know that, and I'm not interested in doing it. Have you seen Redshift games? I have, and I think they're super cool, and I think at some point I'm going to download one just to play it. Just to have a sus, because I think you can get them over the Steam Workshop, and there's some really, really cool ones in there, but I'm not going to try and develop one. Or at least I'm definitely not going to do that on stream, because that's like a whole thing. Although, I mean, there are game dev streams on Twitch. I mean, I could do it. That'd be fun. Yeah. It's just a PNG image. That doesn't surprise me. And then basically you just code in it's on a grid and you code in the values and stuff. I haven't super looked through that section of the manual on like how to make Redshift games, but like yeah. I'm not surprised. Keeping it super dirt simple is probably the best way to do it. Okay, let's speak with Isadora. Oh boy. Oh god. She's probably not having a good day.
Hey.
Hi. It is her. Look, last stop. Oh dear.
Sorry, I haven't been in touch.
Yeah, you're alright. You're all good.
Things are a little crazy at work right now.
Really? What a surprise.
They promoted me to a new position and, well, there's just a lot going on.
Silver linings? Isadora offers me a plastic bag with something inside of it. It's moderately heavy. Maybe a couple books or something?
You like puzzle games, don't you?
Nah, me? Nah, couldn't. Oh, no, oof, oh, no, oof, allergies, yeah, no.
I remember you being a fan.
Certainly was.
I used to play games with my sister sometimes, but she moved to Japan a few years ago.
Interesting. Didn't even know you had a sister.
She sent me this game, but I guess I can't play it because of the region lock.
That's the next puzzle. Okay.
Looks fun, though.
Really? Okay.
I thought maybe you could get it working.
I'll certainly give it a go.
You always were good at that kind of thing.
I
have to go.
See you around, my dude.
So much work to do. Really hope this job doesn't eat me up.
Me too.
Okay, bye for now.
Bye. Oof. Okay, well, so some good news and some bad news. She got promoted, which probably means more money, which is nice. But of course, it looked like she was a manager, so she probably sets her own shifts, so she's not working crazy stupid hours anymore. Bad news is she probably has to work more hours. Oh, and we got a bunch more new chat. I almost have it. Uh-oh, here we go. Have what? Evidence that many elected officials are clones. Really? The government keeps a DNA database. We just need to get into it for the proof. Why would they keep the evidence lying around like that? I mean, it's the government. You can't expect competence. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. No. They'll run a whole secret program where they secretly clone people and have the technology to do that, but they don't know how to securely store that information. That sounds like the government to me. Ooh, but we've got another hack our body before we get to the... I'm guessing that's the Wonder Disc. Right, okay. So that'll be the region lock thing, but we got to do the body hacking first. I'm going to do that first because I like the biohacking. Woo! First it was your arm, now it's your hand. I thought it was our hand before. Must have been just the arm then. Oh. But I mean, the arm's connected to the hand. So, like, if the arm goes, doesn't the hand go? Isn't it? Alright, whatever. First it was your arm, now it's your hand. Yeah, it's getting bad. I can see that. You can see me? That's a bit creepy. Fortunately, it looks like you can easily access the nodes connected to your median nerve. Yeah, that's right, because we're Borgified, so we got like 7 of 9 hand. Which, if you don't know what that is, just look up 7 of 9 like Borg implants, and you'll see that like part of the actress's makeup, she had this like eyebrow thing, and she had this like hand thing, which they then brought over into Star Trek Picard, which was dope. But that's like neither here nor there. You'll just need to make a small incision in your ventral forearm. Oh, you just gotta slice a bit of your skin open. It's no big deal. Better watch out for that artery, though. Yeah, no kidding. Yep. Sounds like you're getting used to this. Well, it's not our first run around at the rodeo, mate. That's good. It's nothing to be squeamish about. No, I'm not squeamish. I'm not worried about like, oh, look at the blood. I'm like, oh, I have to cut into myself. That's like, before it was just plug and play. Now there's like knives involved and okay. Right. Well, thankfully we can just like skip over that bit and just assume that we did it. Okay. Right. That's why this is a lot more complicated. So the arm signal was just send one signal, but I'm guessing this is all... Yeah, okay. These are the nerve signals that need to be relayed. Muscle control, which runs from your central nervous system to your hand. Heat and pressure, which run the other direction. Right. So we need to control touch as well. Okay. Right. Okay. So on one hand, it's pretty... I'm sorry, pardon the pun. On one side, it's pretty straightforward. Send a signal from the CNS back to... Wait, where the hell's the central nervous system? Oh, it's up here. Right, oh, I see. So you got muscle, pressure, hand. Right, okay. Oh, no, it's muscle, heat, pressure. Okay. So one aspect is pretty straightforward. Get a signal from here, bring it over to here, which we've done before. So we know how to do that bit. And then we need to bring... Although I suppose... Actually, it's all kind of straightforward. Because that just needs to go from there to there. And that needs to go from there to there. So I'm guessing I could just like... more or less copy and paste the same code. I mean, the only bits you have to add is like a couple extra links because like, you know, if we copied it all based on this, we need to add an extra link for heat and an extra link again for pressure, but that's it. And then we just have to make sure that they're falling within a range. So the ins... It doesn't look like any of them are going outside of the ranges of the nervous system signals, because I think the signals... What is it? I think it's minus 150 to 45 or something, or to 50? Hang on. Phage? Let's see. No, minus 70 to 50. Oh, okay, so we're at minus 71. Okay, no, so we do. Yeah. No, we don't need it to tell us because we can look at it here. So this value here we need to modify straight away because it's outside of its range. Because the range is minus 70. Oh no, wait. No. It's minus 120 to 50. Sorry. Oh no, yeah. So it's minus 70. So it's minus 120 to plus 50 basically, and nothing starts beyond that range, by the looks of it. So I think it's all negative value. Well, if it is all negative, let's see if anything's more than minus 120. So we got a couple of 110s, but it doesn't look like anything is falling outside of the range. So we don't need to do any extra maths. We just need to grab the signal and move it, is what it looks like all we need to do. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. So that's pretty straightforward. So let's do... We'll do the muscle one first, and we'll get that working. And once we've got that working, we've got then a base to build on for heat and pressure. So Exa will do the muscles, which they're not technically muscles. You don't have any muscles in your hand. You've got tendons, which are controlled by muscles in your arm. So, but whatever. Link 800. So we need to go into there, and then we need to grab the signal from here first. So we need to, we may as well do this outside of the loop, because we'll have our loop start from here, which is kind of the easiest thing to do. So link -3, link -3, and that puts us, so -3 puts us here. Good. Okay, and then we're going to have our loop. We'll call this MCNS loop. We'll just call it MCNS. Why not? All right. So MCNS. So now it's going to copy nerve to the X register, and then it's going to link 3. Hang on, how many times did it do it? It needs to go once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. So 1, 2. Just copy that. 3, 4. Okay. And then we're going to copy X to nerve. And then we're going to jump back. So we're going to do this 4 times. Actually, no, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go like that. I'm going to do this because it's a -3. And then we're going to copy that 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you have muscles in your hand? I thought it was all tendons. I thought all of it was like all your fingers and stuff. Like that's tendons all the way up and along there. Or maybe, oh wait, you mean like this meaty bit here? Yeah, that might be a muscle. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I don't have any, yeah. They just forget, yeah, the tendons, yeah. Yeah, but that's what makes your hand do all that stuff. Anyway, so we link all the way back and then jump into that, and that should just theoretically just straight work. Yep, cool. That's doing it exactly as I want it to. Sweet. The micromotoric, like the way you can type on the keyboard. Ew. That's small muscles in the hand, you say? I thought that was all like fine motor control would have been coming from up here, sort of a thing. Right. Okay. I'm gonna after the stream, I'm gonna do some like Googling and just like find like a YouTube video with like, you know, diagrams and cross sections and stuff, and just like have a look at that, just to kind of like learn more about it, because I had no idea. I imagine they would be, yeah. It'd be for fine motor control. It's not designed to do the grabby, like hardcore strength stuff. It's like, no, we want to be delicate. We don't need a lot of strength to be delicate. Which I imagine is what part of the problem is with artificial limbs. I think. I don't know. That's my constant disclaimer. I am not a doctor. I am barely qualified to play video games, much less talk about human anatomy. All right. So, well, hang on, what am I doing? That's done. That Exa is done, and it works. It moves through, and it just grabs the signal and moves it back. So we can just copy and paste that like twice, more or less. We need to create some different code, but that should work pretty much every time. So Exba. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy this and do this and do this. But we need to modify some of these values, because Exba is going to control heat and Exa is going to control pressure. And basically we just need to like flip a lot of these values, because they don't want to go here, they want to go here. So instead of link -3, it's going to link 3. So once it's in, it's going to go here, and then we want to do that, which this one's will be a heat one, so it's going to do that one more time. And then, yeah, still want to copy nerve. Yep. And then, so instead of doing this, we're going to copy, and we're just going to change all of these to -3s. And then we'll change all of these to 3s. By I think if we just go down like that, down and delete. Yeah, down and delete, down and delete. Cool. Yes, I call it Exba. I just call it, so I just started calling it that because I didn't want to call it XA and XB. And it just sounded silly. Like I just say it that for purely comedic effect. Like it literally doesn't matter. Exa, Xber, it doesn't matter. And then of course XC I call Xer, and if we had a D it'd be Xder, right? And so on and so forth. It's just funny. I think it's funny to me. Like yeah, it's really not. Yeah, Exa like Exapunks. Yes, and Xber follows that pronunciation convention. Yeah, that's the joke. Yeah. All right. Oh god, and Slack's going off. No doubt my fellow pint pals want to talk to me about things. They are all keen to get back to the pub, I'll tell you that right now. Okay, so what were we doing? So we did this, so we jump over there, we grab the value, jump back, copy it back, jump over, we start again. But I'm going to call this, instead of MCNS, we're going to call this HCNS, just so that we know what it does, because we can't rename exes. So we'll just call that HCNS, so we know it's going to go from here to here. No. Should we call it HCNS or should we call it HND? We'll just call it its opening address, actually, because then we'll know where its starting position is, which is helpful. Okay, so for Xer, oh, cool. In Russian, people call A the A, not A, right? And B is B or Bay, and not B. Oh, okay, right. B, or I see B or Bay, not B. Right, okay. Yeah, cool. That's, I mean, I only know one phrase in Russian, which is "Niet по-русски," which is I don't like, and even then it's no speak Russian. It's the only line I ever learned. Ah, yeah, right, okay, yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, so for this one, this is going to be this pressure, so it's PHND, and PHND. And we need to add, I think, oh, wait a minute. We might not have enough steps here, actually, because it's got to go 1, 2, 3, right? And then it's got to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so yeah, we need to add an extra step in this one. That's what I thought. Okay, and then naturally that means we need to add an extra step here, and that fixes that. No, I've never visited a Russian-speaking country. I've only been to Japan and the United States. Although I did drink with a bunch of Russians when I was in Los Angeles, so I don't know if that counts. I hung out at the World of Tanks booth at E3. Great booth, by the way. Oh my god. Like, they knew what was up. They were just like, yeah, come in. You want some drinks? We have a full open bar for press. It was like, yes, please. Although, I didn't drink any booze because I was under 21 at the time. I had a lemonade. They looked at me funny. I'm like, what do you want? We're in America. And the Russians were like, yeah, we feel you. And so it was all good. And then we talked about World of Warships. It was great. I had no idea what I was saying, though. I had all the questions written down for me by someone else. And because I don't play World of Warships, I'd never played World of Warships at all. And so somebody who was like a mad hardcore gamer for World of Warships wrote out all the questions for me, and I just read them out verbatim and pretended like I knew what I was saying. That was a good interview. Yeah. I didn't get to go to their after party though. They had a I can't remember who are the developers of World of Tanks. Yeah, Wargaming. Yeah, they had a huge party at some nightclub in Hollywood that year. And I didn't get to go to that, but my coworker did. He came back at midnight. Hoo boy, he was wrecked. Yeah, no, it was pretty cool. It was a really like sort of awesome opportunity to have, and I'm really glad I had it. And honestly, I'd love to do it again sometime. But it's just the direction of my life has moved in another direction, so I don't know if I ever will. And that's, of course, assuming E3 ever starts up again, so, you know. Okay, so for this one, I think, actually, probably what I want to do is, I actually want to copy this. Because this at least will put us close to the correct position. Yeah. I'm not saying that like lemonade. No, I genuinely had to learn. It was hot in Los Angeles too, by the way. It was like 30 odd degrees or something that day. And like I was not, I mean, I know I'm not exactly like fit, but I am more fit now than I was when I was 19. And like, oh boy, I was hot, I was sweaty. I also used to be a smoker, so like, you know, like just my lung function just sucked. And so, like, a cold lemonade, honestly, just went down a treat. And it wasn't like crap lemonade either. Like, it was like, you know, they had a bartender there with a bar and everything, and they got, like, really quality lemonade and stuff like that. Yes, we have the metric system in Australia. We use meters and centimeters and degrees Celsius and all of it. Yep, kilometers per hour, all of it. None of this bald eagles per revolution or any of that sort of stuff. No. All right. What is it? Bald eagles per Declaration of Independence. That's it. Yeah, none of that. All right. Okay. So this is going to be our pressure hand. So this will be PHND and PHND. Okay. So then we just need to add. I think in theory, what we need to do is add 1 to this. Like add an extra link, because that would go. 1, well, there we go, 1, 2, 3, and then we just go 4. And then I think what we need to do is do the same thing here, just add 1. Oh, nope, what are you doing? Nope, well, whatever. Okay, you want to go there? Go there, I don't care. Okay, so we do this, and we do this. I think that's pretty much it done. Those should work. Okay. Yeah. You'll hear me like still use the Imperial system for certain things because I used to play Warhammer 40K, like the tabletop game, and because it's all of its measurements are written in feet and inches. So when it comes to like small stuff, like, you know, the size of a can or a table or something, I use feet and inches. Booze. It depends on the booze. Some of it uses the Imperial system, some of it doesn't. And even then, I think it really depends. Like, and even then, it can change based on what country you're in and stuff like that. Like, a lot of like how much liquid is in a bottle. At least in Australia, I don't know about anywhere else. In Australia, is in milliliters. So like, you'll buy like a bottle of beer, and that'll be 600 ml, or a pint of beer. I don't know if they're actually 600 ml. But I know a pint of beer here is 420 milliliters. So like, you know, we measure it out that way. But like, yeah, if you go to America, it's all fluid ounces. I have zero idea what a fluid ounce is. Like, I genuinely don't know. Like you know, what an inch is, what a foot is, what a pound is. What a mile is, like those things I can kind of convert in my head. Even like Fahrenheit to Celsius, I can kind of convert in my head. I have no idea how to do liquid at all. It's just something that never came up. It was never something I ever had to do on the regular, so I never did. So I just can't. But I think this is going to work. Let's try it. We getting any reds? We're not getting outs. Ooh, that's bad. Why are we not getting any outs? What's going on? Oh. Ooh. Wait, no, hang on. So, wait, hold on. Let's follow Exba. So, going over there, you go... Where? What? What the heck? What are you doing? Link over. Wait. Link over. Link over. Link over. Oh! Yes. No, hey, Chand. Yes. Copy the value. You've now got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh! You're not going far enough. That's the problem. Okay. So we need an extra link. That's the that's the problem. Okay. Wait, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it needs an extra one here. 6. Wait, so then does this need an extra one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It should do, actually. It'll need an extra one, because this needs to go one link further over again. Okay. Oh, I see. In terms of like its alcohol content measurement. Yeah, that keeps changing. I have no idea. Like the modern one is ABV. They call it here. It's like alcohol blood volume or something. And I have absolutely no idea what that is. Like how I don't know how strong any form of any alcoholic product is from that. Because we used to have like a percentage, and the percentage would mean something. But on the back of the bottle as well, it also say how many standard drinks it is. And a standard drink in Australia is, I mean, it changes based on like what kind of booze you're using. But like the rule of thumb is that a shot glass of a spirit, so like one shot of whiskey is one standard drink. And you can kind of extrapolate from there. So if something is one standard drink, it has the equivalent amount of alcohol as one shot of whiskey or vodka or what have you. So like, yeah, and that was like, that always made sense to me. But it also got kind of funny because like, you know, bottles of spirits would say, this bottle is 42 standard drinks. And it's sort of like, yeah, but you're not supposed to drink that whole thing in one sitting. Like, yeah. All right. So that should now work. So it's going over there, it's grabbing the value, then it's moving back, it's going where it needs to be, dropping the value off. Then it moves its way back and grabs another value and moves its way back. Okay, that should now work. Nope, something's not working. What's going on with H? Heat is this one. Why are you breaking? Oh. It wants us to do... Oh, okay, and P's not doing anything at all. Okay, that's weird. Right. Okay, hang on a minute. So, read a value from the input nerve, relay it to the output nerve, add infinitum. Yep. Yes. So, wait. So, oh, wait a minute. That's right. Nerves have a resting potential of around 70. No, wait a minute. We shouldn't need to. Why are we... Hang on. Let's just get a value and move it over. So that one's correct. Oh. Oh. It's a timing issue. So what value have you got right now? You've got a 68, but your... I see. Okay, so our timings are wrong. Right. Okay. So that's a problem. So, okay, so basically, I think what's happening is that it's once one of these has successfully grabbed an in and copied it over to out, it moves on to the next set of values. So, like, look at this. So we move through, and wait, why is it? So we've grabbed a value, we've moved it over, copied that over. So wait, oh, wait a minute. No. I know where I'm screwing up. It's not timing. It does, yeah. It does. The webcam covers the values. Yeah, it does. No, I'm not screwing up. Yeah, no. Exa is copying values into here when it shouldn't. So wait, let me just see where it's going first. So is it at least going into the right spot? Yes. So it's copying the correct value, but then it needs to move over. So wait, it needs to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's the problem. Okay. Yeah, it's not quite moving far enough. I thought 7 was enough. It's not. It's 8. So we need to do this, and then of course we need to balance it out here. Okay, that'll work. That should now work. Yeah, that was the problem. Man, that was a lot further. That last exit needs to move a lot further than I thought it would. But that's fine. That works. Okay. So we should be able to just do that. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay. Apparently, yeah, I suppose we could have, yeah, we could have done it probably in less activity if we just like communicated it across. But that would have been, or I suppose what we could have done is like gone over, grabbed the value, replicated it, and like had it replicate an exa, and then move that exa over to deliver. But that just seems less efficient to me than just grabbing the thing and just like sneaking editing it across. And it's sort of like, if you're going to do a replication step, then if you're going to like, then why not do a communication step? And it's because everybody's going to be talking on the same channel, and that's just going to cause a lot of confusion. So yeah, I could have done a replication step and probably brought that activity down because we just move the thing over, dump it, blow it up, and constantly do that, like what we did with the hacker battle. That's why the hacker battle was there. That's what they wanted you to do. Go to a spot and then just send exes back and send exes one way. That's probably the intended solution, is probably that. I don't know what the trickiest way. I imagine there's probably some really crazy ways, but if you tell me the trickiest way, that's just gonna like leave my brain like a mess on the floor. I don't want to do that. I need my brain, please. Do you ever feel like it's a losing battle? This constant effort to maintain your physical body. Mate, that got me right here. Like, I feel that right now. I don't have the phage. Yeah, all the time. Oh my god. Too bad your computer parts are so useless. Otherwise, you could become like me. Cool. I suppose I could. Oh, we got more chats. Why is that effing Can't Not Get Over You song always on the radio? It's so bad. I hate it. The music industry is 100% corrupt. Record labels bribe radio stations to play a song they're pushing. It's called payola. Ugh, what a load of bulldust. It really is a trash world. Trash world! Yeah. No, that's not the record label this time. That's me. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I reckon there would be a super unusual way of solving that puzzle. But like, we're gonna constantly keep moving forward here. Let's get into the Soyayama Wonder Disc. Was it Sayayama? I don't know whether the W was silent. But this is the region lock thing. So this is the thing our neighbor gave us. The poor neighbor that we've like basically ruined her life. Or not ruined it, greatly inconvenienced her life. Both times for a prank. Yeah. I really do feel bad for Isadora. Oof. I'm so sorry. Maybe hopefully there's a puzzle later on where it's like break into a bank and give her like $1 billion so that she can like move to Japan to be with her sister or something and like live in like comfort and luxury or something. Maybe we can do some like, Make-A-Wish stuff. That'd be great. All right. Ember. Wonder Disc games are restricted by region locks. They certainly are. Why? Business reasons. Artificial scarcity? Yeah, pretty much. You wouldn't want gamers importing titles too easily. The less effort it takes, the less special it is. Well, no, that's not quite it. No. They just don't want you doing it because they don't want you buying stuff in regions where it's cheaper, because the buying power of your currency is better. Oh boy, I think is this like the tech redshift again? I think it is. Okay, modify your one disc, which normally only plays SSEA region games, to play games from any region. The SSEA region code is available in file 300. Right. It is not necessary to leave no trace, so X's should be written to operate indefinitely. Oh, so it's better than the tech redshift, because the tech redshift was like leave no trace for some stupid reason. Okay. For more information, see Hardware Hacks Soyama Wonder Disc in the second issue of the zine. Okay. So let's go down to the Wonder Disc. No, where is it? Lag. Okay, this is all redshift stuff. Here it is. Region locking basics. Oh, and there's all the codes. Sweet. Okay. So region codes. Okay, one disc are region locked by scattering region codes throughout the tracks on the disc. If the OS detects a region code that doesn't match the built-in region code, it will refuse to play the game. It's locked down inside the reality process, which is well defended and accessible to outside exits, much like a mountain fortress. But also like a mountain fortress, there are other ways in, like hiding in empty sake barrels or crawling in through the drainage ditch. I watch a lot of ninja movies. Okay. The floor is the disk drive itself. Right. Connect a debug port on the disk drive and inject one or more exits into the... Oh, yeah. Okay. That's just flavor texts. You can then read the track register to find out which track the Wonder Disc needs you to read from the loaded disc and make a copy of it, replacing the disc's region code with the region code of your Wonder Disc device. Okay. Yeah, you're exactly right. If something's not yours, leave no trace. But the tech redshift is ours. It was given to us. Gast was like, hey, I don't want this thing anymore. Have it. And we were like, sweet, thanks. And then we had to leave no trace on it. It was just a bit of junk. And this is also a bit of junk. It's the same story. Anyway, I think realistically, it's probably just because they want us to solve the puzzles in different ways or something. I don't know. Or maybe they only wanted us to run it once. Maybe, I suppose. Anyway. Okay. Right. So one small catch, the drive itself must be unlocked by the Wonder Disc before you can read anything from it. You're not modding your console. This will happen automatically, but you need to provide that key itself. No, I just read that bit. There's a bouncer at the door. So like this reality processor, we can't get in here to get to here. So we need to like leave a thing here, and then an exit is going to come out, grab it, and bring it inside. So what we need to do is we first need to crack this. Well, we don't need to crack it. We don't need to do like what we did with the tech redshift. We don't have to like run through a series of numbers, which, given how many numbers there are, would be like completely ridiculous. There's Soyama's not so secret key is written into the manual. So we're just going to copy this value and put this into an exit. Or tell an exit to feed it into the thing. Must be unlocked. Yeah, when you're not modding, yeah. Yours truly extracted the key with a bottle of hydrofluoric acid and a high-power microscope, wasting 5 perfectly good Wonder Disc drives in the process. Cool. So the secret key is that. Okay. So when we read the disc... Okay, so where does the... Oh, I see, because it gets there, but we're not going to know what's in there until we unlock the thing. Okay, well, first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to open this up and I'm going to see what's inside. So we're going to link 800, and then we're going to do a bunch of copies, and we're just going to hard code these values because we know what the values are. So I'm just going to write. I think I can I just copy and paste this into here? No, I can't. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. Yeah, the not so yeah, that's what they call it in the manual, the not so secret key. Okay, so copy 8 to, is it auth? I think it's auth. I think you write it to the auth directory. No, let's provide that key. Yeah, I think it is. I think it's in auth. Oh, so instead of copying the values individually, you reckon I could just write a file and just copy that file and just have it and just go copy F to auth? Would that? Anyway, whatever. I want to hard code this just for now because I want to see what's in here. So we're going to copy that to auth. Well, let's just see if that worked. Yeah. That's what it needs. Okay. So how many values? How many of these do we need? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Jeez, Lou. Okay, so 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 15. Okay. So it goes 8, 0, 3, 2, 7, 1, 0, 4, 7, 1, 0, 4, 9, 5, 1, 2, 9, 5, 1, 2, 5, 2, 6, 5, 2, 6. Okay, so if we just run through that, that should unlock the thing. Cool. Right, okay, and then we get a whole mess of files. Okay. So, and oh, I see, and then that's just going to read our track requests. Well, given that we only need to unlock it once, then does it just stay open? Yeah, then it just stays open. So, okay. So we really only just need to do that once. We don't need to do that every time. Wow. Oh, no, but it needs to run indefinitely. Will it lock after... Well, it'll lock after every test, but at the end of a test, it'll just...
Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, even if even if we put this into a file, and then we copied the file over, like, it would actually take more instructions because we would need to do a make instruction, and then a copy, and then another copy instruction. Like, we'd have to have a make, copy this to F, and then copy F to auth. Like, it would still have to. Yeah, it would actually. I think that would actually take more instructions to do, as opposed to just hard coding in the key. But we might do that because there might be actually, like, it depends on how long the disk stays unlocked for. Yeah. That's how you basically make the code. Okay, so once we've got the code, this is going to give us our track, which... Oh, wait a minute. Because this is the region code. Hang on, is that the one we need to... Wait, is that going to change every test? No. Why is it from any region? The SS is available to modify it so play games from any region. Yeah, there's the region code. So what are you saying? Hang on a minute. I want to look at the files. So, oh, I see, because it's got SSEC in there. So we just want to change that to SSEA, I guess. Oh, right, which only plays... Right. Oh, okay. No. I got confused. Okay, yes. Right. Yeah. So what this wants is it wants that region code. Right, okay. So we need to... Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. I'm not going crazy. So before we link over, what we're going to do is we're going to grab that file, and then we're going to do this. Oh, no, wait a minute. No, that's no good. We're going to grab that file. We're going to copy that into our X register. Then we're going to drop it. Then we're going to move over. Okay. Then we need to do a loop. Mark track, I guess. Oh, no, that's a problem. That is a problem. No, what are we doing? Because it's going to run indefinitely. So, no, this is stupid. We still need to grab the file, though. Let's grab the file, because we'll bring it with us and we'll just leave it in here. It can stay in here with us. Yeah. Okay, cool. So, it can do that, and then it can just drop the file. No. No. What we'll do is we'll drop the file in the loop, because what we'll do is we will... No, we'll drop the file. We're just going to drop it. We're just going to drop it in here, just so that we know we've got it with us. We don't have to like exit back out to here constantly, because we don't want that. We want it to run indefinitely, so we want the file with us in here at all times. Okay, so mark track. So first, once it's all unlocked, we want to copy TRAK, copy track to X. Then we're going to link. What are we linking? Is it an 800? Or is it a -1? It might be -1. It might be -1. I think it's -1. Let's check. Punch the code. No, it's an 801. Okay. So link 801. And then grab X. And then... So wait, how does the... What is it? So what does it want us to do? Does it want us to take the file off of there, or does it want us to create a separate file? Okay. Lockdown. How does it work? You can read the track register to find out which track it needs you to read from. Grab that file, make a copy of it, replacing the disk's region code with the region code of your Wonder Disk device. Okay. So... I suppose the easiest way to do this actually is to do a replication step, and we'll send a guy we'll send an exa in to grab the disk, and then just transmit the data over to creating a new file. Yeah, I think that's the way to do it. So, because I think that's what they've been building us to. They want us to get... I think the game so far has wanted us to get comfortable with the replication step and doing things with replicated X's. I think is like... That's what the last couple of puzzles have been like strongly hinting towards. I'm kind of metagaming right now, but like... That's, for me, that's all valid in a puzzle game. Like, in puzzle games, you take every single clue you can get, including, like, hints the developer is dropping at you through game design. I think that's what I don't know actually what the guy's name. I know the company's called Zachtronics, but I don't know if that's called that because the guy's name is Zach, or Mr. Zach, or, you know, I have no idea. Okay. So we need a replication step. So we do need to drop that file still, because we're going to make a new file. Here we are. So we're going to make a file. Then, wait, if I replicate, will it create a new file as well? I don't think it does. I think we already checked this. Oh, no, not the damn Windows button. Oh my god, sorry, no, we're all good. Let's go down here. So we make a file. No, that's what I thought. Okay, so we're all good. Yeah, Zach Barth, yeah, oh my god, thank you for the clutch Googling there, Cetris. Yes, right, yeah, so, yeah, I think yeah, I think Zach has been dropped, or the people, I mean, it's not just Zach, it's everybody at Zachtronics. There's a few people there. But they've been dropping hints the whole way. They want us to do the replication stuff. So that's what we're going to do. And then, but while that's going on, we'll have Exa do some other stuff and its clone do some other stuff. But let's get the clone stuff going. So it's going to link 801 because that brings us into here. No, before it does that, actually, it's going to... Actually, no, because we can retain X values from our parent. So we don't want this to be... Oh, no, we still need to make another loop because we need the replicator to go in there anyway. Doesn't matter. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to do that. We're going to copy track to X. Then we'll replicate because I'm pretty sure it keeps its replication in there. I think it's child. Yeah, keeps what's in its X register. So that's cool. Then it's going to link 801. It's going to grab X, because X is the track that we want. Then we need... No, that's not going to work. That is not going to work because we need grab 300. We actually need the SSEA code, so we need to copy that to X, and then do all of this. Drop that file, make a new file, replicate the clone. That's gonna, before it goes anywhere else, it's gonna copy the track value to X. Then it'll link over, grab that file, and then it needs to copy what it's going to receive over the M register into X, and what it's going to receive over the M register is this X value, which will be our region code, which is this one, and then it'll have to do some other stuff, but let's just get this working. So it'll do that, and then it needs to go into a loop. So we'll mark search loop, and then we need to basically just test if X is equal to F, and if false, it's just going to jump back into search. We've done that a million times, so it can read the whole file really, really quickly. Oh, no. No. What am I doing? We're not replacing any keywords yet. We just need to send the whole track over. No, what am I doing? No, we're not going to copy. We're not doing that, and we're not doing that. What am I doing? Doesn't need any of this. So, yeah, that's actually completely useless. That's a completely useless step. Yeah. There's no harm in... The hard bit here isn't what the solution is. The hard bit is like the order of operations. When do I want certain things to happen? That's what I'm kind of getting mixed in. Think about it like a train. I know I need a train, but I don't know where I need to put all my individual carriages. I know where the engine is, and I know where the rear car is, but I don't know what I'm putting in between those two. I don't know I don't know which carriages go where. But I think... Also, we are flying through these puzzles today. I am actually surprised. To be fair though, yesterday I did get pretty distracted. I was like, let me tell you all about public transport in Victoria. Oh my god. Where today it's all been kind of yeah, let's do this. Okay. Let's see. No, I don't need that code. I do need the file though. I need to bring the file with me because I want to leave it in here. So we can do all of this stuff, but I may as well actually drop the file first. Just so that we've dealt with all of our file stuff before we, muck around, and then we do copy our code, make a new file, because then we're ready to do a scribe step. And so that will get its track number, link over, and grab that file. And then we're going to call this not search, we're going to call this copy. because this isn't going to do any of this. It's just going to straight send. Well, actually, it'll kind of work the same as a search, but instead of that, we'll do a test EOF. So we're going to copy F to M, and then we're going to test EOF, and if false, we're just going to jump back into copy. And that should just now send the entire track, because we need all the data. Oh, yeah. We haven't done that here in Australia yet. I say yet, it looks like it's not going to be necessary. But yeah, I mean, like a few places have done that. But like, as long as you practice your social distancing, wash your hands, you'll be all good, dude. Practice, social distancing, wash your hands, wear a mask, wear gloves. It's always a good idea. The thing with gloves and masks is don't touch the inside of it, right? When you're doing it, make sure you're always touching the outside of your mask or your gloves. When you're taking them off and putting them on and stuff like that, because otherwise you will get, otherwise you're just transmitting whatever's on the surface onto you. You don't want to do that. But I'm also not a medical professional, so for God's sake, take everything I say with the biggest pinch of salt, like the fattest rock of salt. Like, I'm talking like the Salt Bay guy, like that much salt, like a lot of salt. All the salt. Like Utah levels of salt. They got a whole city named after salt. Okay. So, that's just going to loop around until it reaches the end of its file. And then once it reaches the end of its file, we need to tell our parent that we've reached the end of the file. So then we're going to copy, then we'll copy minus 9999 over the M register, because that'll say we're done. And then I suppose I need to put this into a loop too, because it just needs to run indefinitely. Well, I do, but not quite yet. So we'll figure that out later. So we'll do that, and then that's all that needs to really do. Like, yeah. So we'll just have that, like, kind of just halt. We'll have that halt. Even I know, but we might end up putting more instructions down here. So we'll just have this all bit just go and blow itself up, because we won't need the child anymore. God, programming can get really dark. Like, oh, we're just going to kill the child. It's like, no, wait a minute. That's not, oh boy. Yeah, you got to be careful with what you say when you're talking in programming terms. It can get real dark. Okay, so that's all going to happen. That's all going to happen. And then this, so we need to make, and then we need to do a file loop. And this will be copy. So hold on, what's going first? That's going first, yeah. So copy M to X. Test if X is equal to our kill code. And if it's true, it's going to jump into another thing. I suppose I can just put it here, can't I? Yeah, so if it's true, jump to, what do we want to call this? Deliver? I don't know. Call it deliver or pizza, or I don't know. Call it deliver. Yeah. So true, jump to deliver. Otherwise, it'll fall through and copy X to F and then jump back into file. So now that'll just run until it reaches the end of its file, and then it'll jump into our deliver step. So actually no, not our deliver. We don't want to do that yet. We're going to call it replace. Because now that we've got the entire file copied, we want to, yes. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're not going to halt. We're going to drop a file. We're going to link. I don't know where we need to link to, actually. It's link -1. Okay. So we're going to drop that file, because that's the one we can't take with us. We're going to link -1. We're going to grab 300. And then we're going to copy that over to M. And then, yeah, but then we're just going to halt. So that basically means that we're just sending back our parent this code. Because remember, we don't have it. We didn't keep it because we needed to do our testing first. So this just means we can just keep the file that we've created in our hands the whole time. So now we copy. Oh wait, actually, here's what we're going to do. Jump. Yeah, no, we need to jump to replace. Oh, but we can't make this quite as simple. Oh, this is a bit orcs. I suppose we need a pre-step, actually. We need a pre-replace. Jump to pre-replace. So, we need a copy M to the X registry, because that is our keyword. We need that. And then, mark replace. Okay, and then this is just going to run, like, all the way through a file. So, what we're going to do is we're going to test if X is equal to F. If it's false, it's going to jump back into replace. Whoops, need a space there. Okay, so the X equals F, jump replace. Yep. So, but when oh no, X is never going to equal F. Oh my god. No, it never will. We need to know what the bloody. Oh, yeah. No, that's not going to work because it's not going to have the same word. We need to replace the word. That's the problem. But we don't know what that word is. Okay. So what we need to do, that's the other bit of this manual, is we need all the region codes. Yeah, which are all written out here. So actually, I think the kid, well, okay, so here's what we're going to do, actually. We're going to do that. We're going to drop. We're then going to, oh, we can't copy the values over. Oh. No, I don't need the region codes. You're right. But how do I, how do I find the region codes is the question. Like, I can read it here, but how do I tell my exa that's a region code? Oh, wait a minute. I think I know how. It's oh god, it was built. Wait, no. Oh wait, no. Hang on. I'm in completely the wrong issue of the manual. Hang on. Go to the reference. Where's the reference guide? Reference guide. Here it is. Yeah, we just do a test. And we just test if it's a keyword. So we just have to test if they're equal. Theoretically. Like, we just have to test if it is a keyword. Not like, is the keyword a match? But how do I tell it that? How do I tell it that? Anyway, when we find what we're looking for, I think we'll still need to seek -1 and then copy X to F. But I just really just wanted to have that in there. Hang on a minute. So now let's go to, where do I need to go to? This file. So did we send all the data over? Did Exa get all of its data? Yeah. I think it did. Okay, cool. So then it's going to send a 9999, and then it goes, okay, cool. So then it drops, heads over, grabs 300, sends us that code, and then it goes boom, boom, which is nice. Oh, but then this read past the end of the file. Oh dear. Why did it do that? Copy into X. Test if X equals F. Oh! I know why. Right, because we're at the end of the file. Derp. We need to go back to the start of the file. Okay. So it's false. So it'll jump back. False. Jump back. False. Yep. Okay, so this should now come up true. But it won't. Okay, because they're not exact, but they are both keywords. They're both strings, and that's basically what we want to test for. We don't want to test what the string is. We don't care what the string is. We just want to test, is that a string? Yeah, that's what we want. Yeah, test equality. Yeah. Hang on. Let's just go back through. See what the T register. Yeah, so the T register is still coming up false. Is there a way to do this? No, don't want that, don't want that, don't want that. Yeah, that's fine. No. 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 Press into file, wipe, drop, no. Void. Oh, no, I don't want that right now. No. Yeah, I'll use the health font. No. That's a good one to know, though. Wait, no. We don't need to... don't know how to test for keywords. That's the problem. Because that's what I want to do, is test for a string. That would be the solution to this. Like, I can totally write this in C#, like, you know, is this a string? Yes, no. If it is a string, we're good. Like, you do that all the time for, like, cleaning up data and data entry and stuff, like converting strings into integers and integers into strings. Well, it's converting integers into strings is the most common thing. So you could do like a hello world program that says, how old are you? I am 26. And if you enter the numbers 26, it'll default to an integer. And then you just say, no. Print that as a string. But you can also do like data validation by saying, did they actually write in the words 26? And it's sort of like, yes, they did. Well, okay, we don't want that. We want an integer. But I can't do that here. Okay. To be fair, we were flying through this. We needed to hit like something that was going to stump us, and I think we've done pretty good so far. Okay. Right. Is the region code in the same place in every file? No, it's not. I thought it could be as simple as like, like the library one, where the region code was, in the library the file location was the first character. I haven't read all of. Hang on. Doesn't match it with fuse. Yeah, unfortunately, it's locked down. Yeah, okay. So debug port can then read the track register, which is easy to read from the web. Just grab that file, make a copy of it, replace them. When you drop the modified track copy into the buffer host and exit from there, we can't carry all that. How could you determine if that's a keyword or not? That's the question. Like, I would do the way I would do it, and the way the manual like kind of looks like it when you look at the truth table, or the testing values table, right? Keyword, test. If equals, you want to test an equality. So that's what this is doing. Test if x is equal to f. So, and what we have in our X register at that point is the keyword, is this. So we did that, but because the strings aren't an exact match, it doesn't say, oh, they're both strings. It goes, no, both those strings. Anything besides equality. Okay. So like doing like a greater than or less than. Oh. You reckon we do a Swizz? Because all the codes, if we look at all the region codes, they all start with SS, and then they all start with SSE. So the only difference is C, A, and E in each one. So if we Swizz and we remove that, we pull out that last letter, because that's the only letter we really need. And then we could do a check on that and see if it's greater than that letter. Because it should, like, because B, well, it depends on how they do it. Like, is B 2 or is B, like, -1? It would be 2. It would be. So is A greater than B? No, yeah, is how you would do it. And, of course, if we get a C or an E, they're, of course, higher up, or, you know, in the alphabet than A. This is all getting kind of confusing because we're replacing letters for words, but, like, basically, I think what we can do is check for if anything's greater than A. And that's the code we want anyway, is A. So, here's what we're going to do. In our pre-replace, we're going to Swizz. It's the last letter, isn't it? Because it's 4. Let me just double check. I'm pretty confident I know the code, but like I always like to double check. Never hurts. Never hurts. Yeah, that's what I thought. And I'm pretty sure we used... Oh, wait a minute. Well, does Swizz only work on integers? I don't know. X 0, 0, 0. Because how many? It's 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1. Yes, because we want that first one. I'm going to write that back into X. Now, we test if... No. Oh, crap. Oh, dear. Because we've still got a problem. Because I don't think it's... Well, no, because keyword and number is always going to equal false. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, number, keyword always equals false. Okay, so I'm not worried about, like, you know, the last number of a file being like 15, like 5 or something, or 9, and that interfering. That's always going to equal false, so that's fine. So it's really against keywords. Yeah, test alphabetical order. Yeah, okay, so that'll work. So it will work. Okay. But how do we get that letter is the only thing, and then test it. That's the tricky bit. That's the tricky bit. Actually, what we do is copy. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to copy F to T. Then we're going to Swizz T, and we're going to grab. Hang on. How many? Well, hang on. Let's just write this out first. How many? Yeah. So every packet of data is 4 digits or 4 letters. So yeah. So that'll work. Okay, that's fine. Okay. So now we text if X is greater than T, and it doesn't matter that it's gonna overwrite it. That's totally fine because it will override it with a number, which is then true or false. But it should work. Yeah. And then Yeah, so then we'll end up with letters, and if it's a number, it'll always equal false, and it'll just go back through and do that again. Or it'll equal true, because it'll come up with, because we've got an A, and anything other than an A is going to be higher in alphabetical order. Or is it going to be lower? Oh my god, is A the highest or is A the lowest? I mean, A is usually the highest, so it's got to be less than, actually. It's got to be a less than, I think. It's got to be a less than. Yeah, which is fine. I mean, the fact that the A is on one end is totally fine. And then once it does that, yeah, this isn't going to work because now we need to figure out how do you determine that the value is a keyword? So how do we determine that the value is a keyword? In the file that we've copied over, basically, because even if we're doing a less than, what we're testing it basically runs two tests at the same time. Because what's in our X register is a word or a string, it's testing is what I'm comparing it to also a string. If it's an integer, which most of the files are, it'll say that string to an integer will always result in a false, which will loop through. So that's fine. So we've removed all of our numbers from our data. So all that's left with is our letters. Now, I suppose to determine which letter is which, it really doesn't matter. But anyway, no, that's not the question you asked. The question you asked is how do we do it? That's how we do it. If it's a number, it just automatically results to false. So it only comes back as literally anything if it's a string. It'll come back as a less than. Or what if it doesn't though? Because what if it's also an A? What if there's a simple solution? There probably is. I have a tendency to over-engineer these things. There probably is. Yeah, I know keyword to numbers. Oh, I see what you mean. If it pings literally any result, it doesn't matter. We'll just do the replace. I see what you mean. Yeah, keyword to keyword may be false or true. Yeah, exactly. That's why I was pulling out the last letter, because we've got SSEA, SSEC, and SSE. I think it was, what was it? EE, right? SSEE. So like this is the one we want. But see the last ones. So if we just remove all the common letters from each one, what we're left with is ACE. Number to number may be false or true. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But we're not doing number to number, so it doesn't matter. Like we're doing keyword to number. Hang on a minute. Let me try and show it to you. Let me show you what I'm doing. So let's get down here. Actually, no. Where are we going to? We're going to go to here. Actually. Okay. So we've got our file. Here's our data set. So we have. Let's copy that over as well. Okay, so in our X register is our keyword, is our is the region code we want to replace with, and as you can see in our file, there's our region codes there. So what we're going to do is that instead of checking if these are a match, which even if they are, it doesn't matter. What we need to see is if they're words. And the way we do that is what we're gonna see if So what we're gonna do is then we're gonna check the order of the letters, and the way we do that. Actually, wait a minute. I don't think we need to swizz at all. Hang on a minute. What am I doing? If we're just checking if things are in alphabetical order, we don't need to swizz at all, which actually makes things like a buttload easier. Hang on. So where are we swizzing? We're not swizzing here, which is good. We're not going to do any of this. So we're going to test if X is greater than F or less than F. Oh, I see what you mean. What if it is putting in an SS? Like, what if it's putting in? Yeah. No, I just came to that realization myself. What if we encounter SSEA? Yeah. And then this whole thing doesn't work. This is assuming you're putting in discs from literally anywhere else other than our region. But if we're putting in discs from our region, that's bad. I suppose what we could do is we could do a... Yeah, if you know it, by all means, like, let me know, because that's that. If I can do that, that would be great. But while you're typing that out, I'm just gonna type out the idea I've got. Let's parallelize this. Okay, so what am I doing? I am going to yeah, I'm going to do that, and then we're going to do a... Is any number you may encounter here bigger than minus negative 99999? No, shouldn't be. Shouldn't be. No, I don't think so. Well, hang on, let's have a look. Probably not. I don't even think we're going to have any negative numbers at all. I think it'll all be positives. Yeah, probably. Yeah, but 8 isn't bigger than A, because one's an integer and one's a string, and that's what we're testing. So an integer and a string always equal false, according to the according to the manual. Any comparison of any sort, equals to, less than, greater than, between a keyword and a number is always false. So what about an integer and minus 999? Oh, I see what you mean. Do it in reverse. So test if... So actually, okay, so wait a minute. So test if f is greater than negative 9999, and if true, jump into replace. So now we find the word. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yes, that is a much more elegant solution. Yeah, you just do it the other way around. Instead of getting rid of the numbers, you basically get rid of the words, sort of a thing. Yeah. Okay. I'm feeling you. Yeah. Right. That is actually the most elegant way to do that. And then when that pops false, because it finds the keyword, it'll then drop. It should drop down, and then the question becomes, do we need seek? So there it is. So now it should pop false. It popped false. Yeah, so we do need the seek -1. Copy X to F. Okie dokie. So yeah, so no matter what, we're always gonna okay, cool. And then I need to, no. Okay, so then what we need to do is do a test EOF. Test EOF, and if false, jump back into replace. Yeah. Just to make sure, and then once we're at the end of the file, it's going to fall through. It's going to fall through. So then it needs to link that file, and then it needs to just drop the file into the buffer, doesn't it? So then it needs to link 800 and then drop its file, and then we kind of start this whole shindig all over again, don't we? Oh, well, we might not be able to do the minigame today, my dude. We're coming up on time. I think we're going to, like, finish this puzzle, and then that'll be it for today, my dude. But I promise, like, the minigame, that'll be, like, literally the first thing, the start of the next stream is that we'll do that, I promise. But that won't be... we'll talk about that in a minute. Let's finish this off. Okay, so we do that, and then we got to jump back into here. But the question is, once it does this, does that lock up again? Because if it does, we need to copy the code over. Well, and you know what? Let's just call this mark start. So we do that, we drop the file, and then we link -1, and then we jump to start. And we might have to move that. We might have to move that up to here for the code. But we won't know that until we kind of like run this through. We'll see what happens. Let's see what happens. So that should now run indefinitely, and that's going to run kind of indefinitely, so to speak. So yeah, that should now work. Let's run that through. Well, I want to see this work. So we're going to do this, and then we're going to find our file, and then we're going to search. So it worked. So it's 6 - 1, copies that over, and then tests for the end of the file, and then starts the whole shindig again, finds it again. Right, okay. Oh, that's where it's going to break. Yep, cannot read past the end of the file. Oh, that's okay. So all we have to do then is we just have to change the order of this. This is not a big deal. So what we're going to do is the very first thing we're going to do, test the end of the file, and if it's true, that's when we jump. We're going to jump to we need to jump somewhere, which will be like here. Jump. So mark. We'll call this drop. Drop the track. So jump to drop. Otherwise, you're going to do this, and you're going to jump back into replace. Okay, that should now work. Let's go to the end of the file. Test the end of the file, which will be false. And then it'll do its tests, and it should just do that constantly. Yep, move it over, do that, do that, do that, and then test for the end of the file, which it now is at the end of the file, so it just skips over. Good. So then we bring our file over, we drop it, we go back, and we start the whole thing over again. Meanwhile, little Exa, our little it kind of looks like a bouncer as well. Boom, and it goes back in. And then we're doing the next file. Oh, I see. Okay, and then it runs. Okay, but that kind of worked. So let's run that through at full speed. Oh, wow, this is going to be slow AF. Okay, no, let's fast forward this. Okay, no, that works. Cool. And it's not breaking. And it's working indefinitely. Sick. So that was the secret sauce. Yeah, instead of testing for a keyword, you test for an integer. Oh my god. Oh, that really did make my brain hurt though, I'm gonna tell you. Oh, I can feel it like right here. Oh my god. Oh, my brain feels like it's like overstretched itself. Probably not true. It's probably because I'm like furrowing my brow so much from like thinking so hard. Which sounds kind of pompous, but it's really not. It's sort of like my brain has to work extra hard to do the smart thing. Okay, cool. And we put up a score. Nice. So our cycles are a little high, which probably that makes sense. We could make it. I don't know how we can make it smaller, but it doesn't matter. Size is right on the money, and activity is right on the money. Yeah, so like there's probably more efficient ways of doing it, but it's cool. All right, nice. Turn to desktop. Let's get that outro. Okay, Ember. That was a lot of work just to play one game. No, now we can play any game. It's not just to play one game. Okay, whatever. Never mind. Think it will be worth it? Let's see. We'll see. The hacking is its own reward. Definitely. Everyone knows obscure import games are the best. Well, I'm not of that opinion, but there are certain games that you can only import which are fun. Time to play. For some reason, like the words "time to play" coming out of an AI is really, really, really scary. But like, if it was like a little 3-year-old human child saying "time to play," you'd be like, "Oh, that's so cute. Yes, it is. Oh my god, here's a teddy bear." But like when an AI says it, or like a Terminator says it, then it's sort of like, "Oh damn!" Like, lock your windows, lock your doors, because they're killing everybody. Oh my god. We got a whole bunch of chat here. Finally got my 3rd phone line. Now I'll be war dialing at triple speeds. Wow, dude, that's dedication. Aren't you worried that looks suspicious? I told them it was for business. They don't care if I say I'm a telemarketer. Haha, wow. So, calling thousands of numbers to sell crap is okay, but not calling to explore the system? Yep, that's how it goes. Yeah, war dialing. Yeah. Like war driving and stuff. Yeah. And then the next one would be another hack match. Is this... Okay, Cetris, is this the one you're talking about? Is this the minigame that you were, like, super excited about? That you were, like, keen as a bean for? Because we'll do this literally... Oh, actually, that's a cutscene. Yeah, the minigame. Alright, we're going to do that right at the start of the next stream. I promise. I absolutely promise. But, like, we've kind of come up on time here. So, like, thank you for joining me for this. It's fun, but like I definitely need to like, I need to go and do something like mind-numbing. I need to go and do something that like lets my brain just kind of relax. Because, oh my god, that last one kind of hurt my thinky brain. So, I won't be on tomorrow. So usually I'm on, like in my time I won't be on tomorrow, because we're recording the next episode of Pint Party. Which, by the way, don't forget that you can check out this week's episode of Pint Party over here over there on Spotify or Apple. I really need to change that to Apple Podcasts, or wherever you like to listen to podcasts. There's a link down below to there's a Spotify link down below, so you can go and listen to it there. It's a pretty good episode, and then we're going to record the next episode tomorrow, which is going to be pretty fun. Dave got into some gimmicks over the weekend, and we're going to discuss that. Like, he got into some like kind of crazy gimmicks, so we're going to discuss that, and that's your like sneaky hint for next week. And I mean, if you're following Dave's Instagram, then you know what I'm talking about. But if you haven't, that's your like your teaser, right? Dave did a gimmick, and when Dave does a gimmick, it's like you stop and pay attention because there's some pretty good gimmicks. Don't forget that you can watch like past episodes or past streams on our YouTube channel, which is also linked down below. And I've got them all up there up until I think the last stream. So the last stream I've got edited, but I haven't uploaded yet. So that'll go out tomorrow. So tomorrow morning, instead of another stream, what you'll have is yesterday's stream ready to watch. That being said, I would never recommend for any of these stream archives as like something that you sit and actively watch. Like, I would say it's something to put on in the background when you're like working or doing other stuff. Like, have it as like background noise, like have a large hairy Australian man talk about programming in the background to kind of like, build up that noise floor so you're not sitting in silence while you work. I think that's quite nice. I think that, that's what I'm doing here. Like, this is a very wholesome stream. That's what we're here for, is to like give people like, a place to chill. What else is there? So we've got the podcast, we've got the Twitch stream, we did the YouTube channel. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining in. By the way, I want to give a shout out. Thank you, Cetris, by the way, for your help in that last one. Like, you had the keystone. Like, you were just like, bro, like, you got to do this. And I'm like, okay, yes, I got to do this. You're absolutely right. And you walked me through it like step by step. And like, it sounds like you're also working through a language barrier. Like, English isn't your native language. So like, hot damn, like, thank you, like, extra for that. That's great. But so I'll be back on Sunday my time at 2 p.m. AEST. So, your mileage may vary. Translate that into your own local time zone. But until Sunday, this has been Pint Party. Cheers.